Today is episode 29 of the OSA journey of being an athlete. Again, this was week 2 of my training for the new 12-week program. I'm just sprinting more, jumping, lifting, trying to lift heavier weight. This is the best I've felt in a while. I'm starting to feel more explosive and just more consistent as I go through my workouts, especially the sprinting workouts. Guys, this is just a journey I hope I can help you guys on, but more importantly, better myself the entire way. I hope you guys can pick something up, exercises, or just try something out, in your own fitness journey. Before we get in the video, go check out Terrell Horton on Instagram @_oh no set go !! He is the instrumental music for my content. He's awesome. Go check him out, and let's get right into the video. All right, so for day 1, I just got in some sprints here. This is 10-yard sprints. I did 4 of them, just working on my start, working on that acceleration, trying to be as explosive as I can, working that drive phase, so then I can be, at a faster speed by the end of the sprint. I then got into some triple jumps here. I had to improvise, I didn't have a sled, and so it was triple jump, just trying to get out as far as I can, land on 2 feet for the final jump. So 1, 2, 3, because that first jump at the start line counts, and I did 4 rounds of that. Then I got in kneeling sprints here, had to improvise again a little bit. This was 3 each leg, so 3 with the left, 3 with the right. Again, this is more an acceleration day, so I'm just working on that acceleration. I'm not favoring any legs, that's why I'm doing 3 each leg, so I can work on that drive phase and be as explosive as I can. Working, in the lean, don't want to come up too fast, almost like hitting a brick wall. Not literally, but when you're sprinting, literally. Alright, getting into the main lift, it was front squat. It was 3x8. This was 75% of my max. This was 190 here. Man, the legs feel great. It's the upper body and the core that are really fighting on this, but I love the feeling of front squat, and I will continue to do it. Now getting into Bulgarian split squat. This is just 3 sets, 10 reps each leg. This is 125 on the bar. Man, at this point in the workout, as soon as I finish my 3 sets of Bulgarian split squat, I'm toasted. I then get into some hamstring curls, 3 sets, 15 reps with the green band. I've now went a little further out so I can get, lengthening the hamstrings a bit more. Then I got into some calf raises, 3 sets, 12 reps, about a 1 to 2 second pause at the top, and this was with the weight from the Bulgarian split squats, which was 125. One of the best core exercises you can do, planks, but weighted planks, 3 sets, 30 seconds here. This is a 25-pound plate. Man, it's going to have your lower back firing. Great feeling for the core. Then, no movement for the day. Got into bench press. This was 3 sets, 8 reps, 75% of my max. This was 175. And I'm starting to get stronger on the upper body, which, again, I would like my lower body to get a much higher than my bench, but just got to keep working. Then got into incline dumbbell press, 3 sets, 10 reps. This was with 55-pound dumbbells here. Then got into the single arm landmine press, 3 sets, 8 each arm. This was with 40 pounds here. Or I did 2 rounds at 40, and then I did 1 round at 35 for each arm. Then the overhead shoulder press, kind of cut myself off a little bit with this camera angle here, but this with a 45-pound plate, 3 sets, 15 reps, going all the way up, and then that was only for 1 round, and then I actually went down to 35 for the next 2 rounds. Then push-ups, this is the tempo push-up, so 3 sets, 12 reps, but it's a 4-second push-up on the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up. Obviously, it's going a little faster here as this video is sped up, so we can fly through it. Then for core, it's a Pallof press, so 3 sets, it's 12-second hold each side. Last week was 10 seconds, this week was 12, and going to keep pushing those, the core here with the obliques. Got my second day of movement in. This is a top end speed day, so this is just a skip here for 10 yards, and then as soon as the 10 yards is up, I go right into a bound, just trying to work on that power.
Top end speed's definitely an area I need to work in, as my acceleration, I wouldn't say it's good, but it's definitely better than my top end speed. And so again, going into A skips here, as soon as I get to that 10-yard line, it turns right into the power bounce. Boom, boom, boom. And that was 2 sets, and I just did it down and back. And now I'm getting into 4 flying sprints. So it's a 10, 20, 10. So I'm sprint accelerating for 10, keeping my maintaining my speed for 20 yards, and then decelerating for 10 yards. So a 10, 20, 10, which is going to work that acceleration phase and top end speed, and then decelerate the last 10 yards. And I ran 4 of those. Next was more bounding, so I got more bounding in. This was 3 sets, 20 yards. Again, it's sped up here, but just got the normal bounding just like I did when I did the A skips, but now I'm going, instead of 10 yards, I'm going for 20 yards. And I went down is a round, back was a round, and then here's my 3rd round. Again, just 20 yards for the bounce. Then I got in the single leg bound. So not single leg, sorry, straight leg bound. So I'm keeping my legs straight, staying on my toes. Going to activate a lot of hamstrings here, as you do when you're in top speed, getting into that triple extension. And this was also 3 total rounds, 20 yards each round. And obviously I'm not moving this fast, it's sped up just so we can fly through the video. Then main lift for the day was straight bar deadlift, 3 sets, 8 reps. This was 75%, so 235 here. This is the one main lift that I'm really wanting to grow in, as this is not a good weight to be pulling. Then I got into the dumbbell step-ups, 3 sets, 10 reps each leg. This was with 55-pound dumbbells here, so a big part of this is going to be that grip strength. And something I changed is my plant foot, the foot that is pushing through the ground to let my other leg go up, or my other knee go into hip flexion, is going to both feet come off the platform, sorry. And then going into an RDL here, 3 sets, 12 reps. This is with 60s here. Good pull on the hamstring. I'm wanting to fold at the hip. Then lateral lunge, 3 sets, 8 reps each side. And this was with a 50-pound dumbbell. I'd like to, stay at this 50, but try to work a little bit lower each week that I, do this exercise. Then I get into my calf raises here, 3 sets, 15 reps, 135 here, giving myself a 1 to 2 second pause at the top, and I have my toes pointed out. For the core, it's med ball side throws. So this was 3 sets, 5 each way. This is with a 15-pound med ball, and I'm just trying to be as explosive as I can, twisting my hip, but throwing that ball at the wall so it comes right back as hard as I can. Getting into sprint, I had 5 total sprints for my main work. This is a 40-yard sprint. It looks like I'm moving pretty slow. That's because it was a 75% tempo. So I'm, just trying to work more of that endurance as I sprint, trying to maintain in the future my top speed. So all I'm doing is working on my endurance here, 75%. I think I was probably a little bit lower than 75, but it's one of those things, it's hard to judge because you're just going off of, what you're thinking is your 75%. So it really could have been 70, 65, but I'm trying to be in the ballpark of 75% of my effort. And again, this was 5 sprints for 40 yards. Still working on good technique. I think my arm swings look a little awkward here with the 75%, but again, that's something I need to work on as well. Then I got into 3 sprints, 30 yards, sprint, float, sprint. So I sprint for 10, I float, so my technique shouldn't change a whole lot, but I take off a gear a little bit, and then I accelerate again. That one was a little bit more noticeable, but this one blends a little bit more, so you can't see the difference in my technique as much. Yep, that one was a little better. That's a sprint, float, sprint. Main lift was just pull-ups for the day, so it's a little bit lighter of a day. 3 sets, 10 reps of pull-ups. I got all 3 sets for 10 reps without having to stop, which is a huge plus, Pull-ups are one of those things I just want to be really good at, so I can do a lot of pull-ups. Next was dumbbell chest row. This was 3 sets, 10 reps with 60-pound dumbbells here. Got the chest supported. And a good cue, like I said, I like to coach is, just elbow, like somebody's behind you, elbow them elbow. You know, you're just throwing those elbows back, also controlling the weight. Then got into superset. It was the barbell curl for 3 sets, 12 reps. Supersetted with dips. I would like supersetted with dips, 3 sets, 12 reps. And to finish the workout, I had core, hanging leg raises, 3 sets, 10 reps. I appreciate the support, guys. I'll see you in the next video.